welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Welcome back, my friends. I'm Shane.
Today we're looking at day 2 of the job of a hotel general manager. And the vocabulary words are junior.
Junior.
Laura was promoted to a junior partner of the law firm.
Candidate.
Candidate.
All of the job candidates seem to be well qualified.
Philosophy.
Philosophy.
The company's philosophy is that profit and environmental protection should go together.
Functional.
Functional.
The kitchen isn't functional yet since we still have to put in the sink.
Guarantee.
Guarantee.
This bank guarantees high interest rates on savings accounts. So we're still talking about hotel general manager, right?
That's right.
And last time we talked about how important it is, if you have a really good hotel general manager at the hotel, it's great for the hotel's reputation, great for the staff, and great for the guests.
Yeah, so if somebody wants to become a hotel general manager, do they need to get a college degree in hospitality or something?
Well, I think in different hotels it would be different cases, right? In smaller hotels, you don't necessarily need a college degree. Maybe you can just start from like a junior position, maybe from the front desk, eventually
and
work your way up. That's right.
Yeah, but in some of the bigger hotels,
the chain hotels.
Yeah, or like a 5-star hotel, you'll probably need to have a college degree.
That's right.
And work experience.
So I think that's really important. And then some of the hotels, they offer the managers these training programs as well, right?
It's like management training programs, so you can learn about the philosophy of the hotel, what they expect, and what kind of service they expect to provide for their customers.
That's right. And even internships too. They can actually, be on the job and then try to do the things that hotel general managers do, right?
So if you like serving people and you really like being in the hospitality industry, I think that a general manager of a hotel would be an excellent position.
That's right. You can look into it.
All right. Well, if you
learn
become a hotel general manager, I expect to see you in a few years.
Okay. Enjoy, guys.
Enjoy.
The job of a hotel general manager.
There are generally 2 paths to becoming the general manager of a hotel. You could start out in a junior position, such as a front desk clerk, and try to work your way up. In small hotels, it may be possible to become a general manager with enough work experience and without a college degree. However, large hotel chains normally require managerial candidates to have a college degree in hospitality or a related field. Therefore, many people choose to begin their career paths by going to school.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today is day 2, reading an article called The Job of a Hotel General Manager. Hello everyone, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike, and yesterday we learned that the job of a hotel manager is a very challenging one, but if you're the kind of person who doesn't mind working late, doesn't mind being organized and managing people, and also doesn't mind interacting with the customers and making sure that they're very satisfied and pleased, well, that you might be the kind of person who could be a good general manager of a hotel.
Now today, we're going to talk about what it takes to become a general manager of a hotel. Now, there are generally 2 paths to becoming the general manager of a hotel. 1, you could start out in a junior position, such as a front desk clerk, and try to work your way up. That's the first way.
Okay, yeah, a junior position would be something that a young worker, maybe they've never worked in a hotel before, they would get that job, maybe out of school or as a part-time job, maybe during the summertime, something like that. Junior is the opposite of senior. Someone senior is older, probably more experienced, that kind of thing, whereas a junior would be a very new person without a lot of experience. For example, Laura was promoted to a junior partner in the law firm. So she's moving up, but she's still one of the younger people in the company.
All right, now in small hotels, the article says next, it may be possible to become a general manager with enough work experience and without a college degree.
Okay, we call that on-the-job training. You learn by doing the work.
But this is only in small hotels.
I could see that, yeah.
Okay, because however, large hotel chains normally require managerial candidates to have a college degree in hospitality or a related field.
Big difference between running a hotel with 10 or 20 people or a hotel with 500 or 1,000 people working for you.
Yes.
That's why some people would want to have some kind of college degree. We have this term managerial candidates. We know a manager from yesterday, right? A boss, someone who organizes the workers and make sure people are doing their jobs. But what is a candidate for a job?
Here, a candidate is a person who is up for a job.
Okay.
A person who is being considered for a job or a position in a company, business, or some other similar organization. For example, all of the job candidates seem to be well qualified.
Okay, so anytime you go to a company hoping to get a job, trying to get an interview,
You are a candidate.
you're a candidate for that job. All right. And the hospitality business or a hospitality degree, well, that's what they basically call it when you go to university or a college to study hotel management. Hospitality can also often cover restaurant businesses, right? But if you're interested in the hotel or the restaurant business, one of the degrees, one of the things you can study in school would be called hospitality, welcoming, entertaining, and having satisfied customers. Therefore, the article continues, many people choose to begin their career paths by going to school.
There you go.
Yeah, if you want to work for some of the big hotel chains, right, like the Hyatt or W Hotel, you probably would need one of these college degrees.
And I imagine even if you wanted to work in a small hotel, no one's going to not hire you if you've got a good college degree.
It would be very useful.
Yeah. Anyways, folks, with that, we have now reached time for our first break. But don't go away. We'll be back with more fun in just a little while.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们在 Day One 看到旅馆总经理的工作内容以及必要的人格特质。那今天的文章就是要告诉我们，成为旅馆总经理的2条途径。Path 在这里是指达到某一种目的的途径。好，那其中一种途径就是从小职位开始做起，像是柜台人员这一种，然后你就试着努力的晋升。而在小旅馆里面啊，即使你没有大学学位，还是有可能凭着足够的工作经验，可以爬到总经理的职位。好，刚刚 Mike 老师就把这种方式称为 on the job training， 表示在工作中学习，也就是在职训练。不过啊，在大型连锁旅馆里面，他们通常会要求储备干部要有餐旅或是相关领域的学位。Hospitality 在这里就是指餐旅服务业。那另外还有2个单字 ，Junior 是形容资浅的或是职位较低的，那它的相反词是 Senior， 就表示地位比较高或是年资比较深的。那么 Candidate 是职位候选人、申请人。Managerial 是形容经理或是管理的，所以说 Managerial Candidate 表示管理职位的候选人，那也就是储备干部了。好，我们接着回到课文中。
The job of a hotel general manager.
Most hotel chains offer training programs, which managerial candidates must take part in. These programs can last weeks or months, and they offer broad knowledge of the hotel's philosophy and its areas of operation. During training, candidates should be ready to travel as they may be posted in hotels abroad.
The article begins, this section of the article begins by telling us something interesting. Most hotel chains offer training programs, so you can either learn at school, at the hotel, or both. And it says many managerial candidates, people who are trying to become managers, they must take part in these training programs offered by the different hotel chains or different hotel companies.
So
I guess because different hotels have different standards for management. They want you to manage in their way.
And further, if you go to college, you're not managing a hotel. You're learning the theory behind things. Yep. And well, that's just not enough if you're going to become a general manager. You have to have on-the-job training as well.
Right.
And yes, lucky for you if you want to become a general hotel manager. Well, most hotel chains do offer on-the-job training programs. Anyways, let's take a look at our next sentence. It says, these programs can last weeks or months, and they offer broad knowledge on the hotel or of the hotel's philosophy and its areas of operation.
Ah,
so here we
okay.
have the word philosophy. The first thing I think is Socrates,
Okay.
Plato,
Confucius.
Aristotle,
Right.
Confucius.
Right. Well, that is a kind of philosophy, right? Thinking about big things in life,
Like big
and,
hotels.
and death, and why we're here. But this is more about a business philosophy. That's basically a way of thinking, a way of doing things, a way of approaching your job. When you think of hotels around the world, it could be, for example, a big business hotel. It could be a very expensive hotel where really rich and famous people live, or it could be more of a family-friendly hotel like you'd find at Disney or somewhere like that. They would have different philosophies, right? In the business one, you'd want to be very serious and help people get their work done. In the family hotel, maybe you'd be a little younger, a little more fun, you know, willing to do things in a slightly more kind of crazy and amusing way.
There you go.
It's a different way of thinking, a different kind of philosophy. For example, the company's philosophy is that profit and environmental protection should go together. So for that company, those things are important. For other companies, they might have a different way of thinking, a different way of doing business.
There you go. Anyways, during training,
Yep.
candidates should be ready to travel as they may be posted in hotels abroad. Now here we have the word post, but it's being used as a verb. If you post someone somewhere, you put someone in a particular place to do some job.
Oh, so international companies might tell a young manager, we want you to move to Shanghai for 2 years to work there and learn the business. And that's your job, so you have to go. You've been posted in another place. Soldiers often use that
Yes.
term as well, right? They get posted to a place away from their home.
Okay, with that, folks, it's now time for another break. But don't go away. When we come back, we'll be wrapping up our article on general managers of hotels.
要当旅馆总经理，可以从小旅馆、从小职位来做起。你也可以在大学去修相关的学位，然后再去应征大旅馆的储备干部职位。那进到旅馆里面工作之后，连锁旅馆他们大部分都会提供培训课程，那储备干部都要参加哦。这些课程他们会提供各种关于旅馆经营的理念，还有经营领域的知识。好 ，philosophy 这个字它本来有哲学的意思，可是，在文章里面是指工作理念或是生活准则。好，除了学习一些理论跟知识啊，在这个培训期间，储备干部还有可能要到处旅行，因为他们可能会被派驻到国外的旅馆。好 ，post 当动词就有派驻、分发的意思，像军人被分配到某个岗位，那也可以用 post 来表达。好，接着回到课文中。
The job of a hotel general manager.
You might also consider joining an internship program, which some hotel chains offer. This gives you a closer look at the process of motivating staff, building a successful relationship with clients, and maintaining a functional environment. These responsibilities belong to the hotel general manager, whose leadership and interpersonal skills guarantee a hotel's success.
It's true, international postings are quite common, especially when working for those big hotel chains. And that's actually a good point. I've met a few managers of hotels. One thing they all can do, speak different languages. That might be another extra special thing that you'd want to do. Learn how to speak some of the big international languages, Chinese, of course, English, maybe Spanish or Arabic. That would help you get jobs in hotels in many different countries.
And if you wanted to work in really super fancy hotels, maybe learn some French.
Some French, yeah, that'd be good too.
Anyways, you might also consider joining an internship program,
yeah.
which some hotel chains offer. So let's talk about the word internship. An internship or an internship program is a program for interns. Now, interns are students or people in training, okay? They've taken a job not to make money, but because they want to learn how to do that job, or they want to gain experience in some job or field. Now, so if you consider joining an internship program, you're thinking about joining that program or becoming a member of that program.
So you're kind of working in the hotel.
But you're not getting paid.
As a worker, but you're not getting paid. You're doing it more as an educational
Exactly.
experience. You're a working student if you will. Okay, why would you do that? Well, it says this gives you, being in an internship program, gives you a closer look at the process of motivating staff, getting your workers to do their job and have a good attitude while doing it. Also, building successful relationships with clients, because a lot of hotels have repeat business, right? Companies and guests will come back, so you have to be good at that. And also, you have to maintain a functional environment, right? Everything in the hotel has to work be functional.
It has to work. That's a very good way to talk about or to describe the word functional. It's an adjective in this case, and yes, something that is functional serves its purpose, okay? It works. It operates properly. For example, the kitchen isn't functional yet since we still have to put in the sink. Yes, you can't have a functional kitchen or a kitchen that works without a sink. Where do you wash your hands, or where do you get rid of kitchen waste if you don't have a sink?
That's right. A functional kitchen should have a sink, a stove, maybe a refrigerator. These are things you need to, do the work that a kitchen does. These responsibilities we mentioned before belong to the hotel general manager. Those are some of the big things that the manager needs to do, the manager is responsible for. And the leadership of the manager and the interpersonal skills, all of these will guarantee a hotel's success. Managers need to be good leaders. They need to be good with people, be they the workers or the guests. And if you can do that, you will guarantee or promise a hotel's success. That's what a guarantee is. When you say it, it's true. When you say it will happen, it will happen. You won't disappoint, let people down, or leave people feeling unhappy about something.
It's interesting here, though, that guarantee is being used as a verb. Usually it's used as a noun.
A guarantee.
Here, when you say to guarantee something, you kind of mean to ensure something.
Yeah, to promise, to ensure that it will happen. For example, this bank guarantees high interest rates on savings accounts. They will never change that policy. You can trust them.
Anyways, folks, with that's it for our article on hotel general managers. But as always, Mike and I hope that you enjoyed reading along with us. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
好，如果同学们对这一份工作有兴趣，你又很想要派驻到国外的旅馆，那或许可以听听 Mike 老师他的建议，要多学一点别的语言。那文章最后提到说，某一些连锁旅馆他们有提供实习计划，它可以让你深入的了解旅馆总经理的职责，像是激励员工啊，跟客户建立良好关系，以及维护旅馆正常运作的环境。那么旅馆总经理他们的领导力 leadership 以及人际沟通的能力 interpersonal skills， 这些都是旅馆成功的保证。好 guarantee 就是保证担保，那它可以当名词，也可以当动词来用。而 functional 是形容机器或是系统它是正常运作的。最后来看 intern 是实习生，那文中的 internship 只是指实习的期间或是实习的工作。好啦，那以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Hello， 又到了 Grammar Express 的单元，我是 Yvette。一般来说，想成为饭店总经理有几个途径。You could start out in a junior position, such as a front desk clerk, and try to work your way up. 你可以从小职位，像是柜台人员开始做起，然后试着努力晋升。Start out 是指开始从事或者是开始职业生涯，是不及物的用法，也就是文章里的用法。常用片语 start out as 加上名词，表示一开始是或者是源于什么。Anne started out as a waitress in this restaurant and became the manager at the end. Anne 一开始是这家餐厅的服务生，最后变成经理。Start out 还可以指启程或者是出发，是不及物的用法。The team started out in the early morning. 队伍一大早就出发了。Work one's way up 意思是获得晋升，这个片语用来表示在工作领域中逐步晋升，后面可以接 to something 表示逐步晋升至什么。He has worked his way up from junior clerk to managing director. 他已经从初级的职员升到总经理。You might also consider joining an internship program, which some hotel chains offer. 你也可以考虑参加某一些连锁旅馆所提供的实习计划。动词 consider 是认真考虑、斟酌或者是细想的意思，有下面的几个用法。第一个是 consider 加上名词或动名词，也就是文章里我们看到的用法。Kevin is considering buying a car. Kevin 考虑要买一台车。另外是 consider 加上 WH 的疑问词加主词再接动词。Have you considered how others would feel? 你有考虑过别人的感受吗？以上就是今天的单元，谢谢收看，下次见喽，拜拜。
3, 2, 1, action.
Marty 回到了1965年，受到 Dr. Brown 的鼎力相助。但是在他回去的前夕，他必须告诉 Dr. Brown 在1985年即将被恐怖分子枪杀的厄运。
Hey kid, come in, Doc. I'm gonna be sad to see you go. You've really made a difference in my life. You've given me something to shoot for. I'm going to miss you. Yeah, Doc. About the future. No, kid. We've already agreed that having knowledge of the future can be extremely dangerous. Even if your intentions are good, it could backfire drastically. So please don't tell me anything, okay?
Sure, Doc. I'm just gonna write it down and you can decide later, okay?
Okay, bye.
Alright, I'm gonna write a letter for Dr. Brown.
Dear Dr. Brown, on October the 5th, 1985, you will be shot by Libyan terrorists. Please take care, and take whatever precaution that are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster. Your friend, Marty. Oh God, I hope I can save him. All right, take care, Doc.
哇，你看看，在1965年，这个博士啊，非常非常感谢 Marty 启发他要这个去发明时光机的这件事情。他说 ：“Thank you, kids. You've given me so much to shoot for. Something to shoot for， 就是为什么什么而努力。有点像这个美国人，他是一个美式的俚语哦。美国人喜欢玩枪，如果你随便乱射呢不好玩，但是比如我们来射那个瓶子啊，射那个罐子，就是有一个目标而努力。So something to shoot for 就是为了什么什么而努力。但是呢 ，Marty 就要想要跟这个博士讲未来，可是博士不想要知道未来。他说。Having knowledge of the future can be extremely dangerous. 知道未来的是可以是一个很极端危险的事情。他这边用到了副词 extremely 就是极端的副词。Even if your intentions are good， 即使你的意图是用意是良善的意图，用意的名词是 intention， 即使你的这个用意是良善呢 ，it could backfire drastically， 它还是会非常激烈的猛扑反扑你的意思。backfire 其实又是你看跟这个美国人很喜欢玩枪，很多他们的俚语都跟枪有关系。这个枪呢，如果你那个装填包或子弹有问题，它可能会后面就膛炸，然后就 backfire， 然后就把你的脸就炸黑了这样子。所以 backfire 就是什么事情你本来要射别人，结果自己反而伤害到自己，而且是激烈的 drastically backfire。OK 所以说他真的不想要知道未来，可是 Marty 真的一定要警告他说，你会在1985年的时候被恐怖分子射杀。He will be shot by terrorists. Terrorists 就是恐怖分子，所以请你 please take whatever precaution that are necessary to prevent this terrible disaster. Precaution 就是预防措施。我拜托你，不管是怎么样，你穿个防弹衣也好，不管你怎么样，你都一定要避免自己被枪杀这样子的厄运。但是博士到底会不会听他的话，会把事情撕掉呢？未来到底会不会被他这样子而改变呢？请继续收看英文龙卷风。